Former President Donald Trump was sentenced today in a Manhattan courtroom, marking the culmination of a years-long legal battle surrounding hush money payments made during his 2016 presidential campaign. The sentencing, delivered by Judge Juan Merchan, came after a jury found Trump guilty on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. This verdict and subsequent sentencing represent an unprecedented event in American history, as Trump becomes the first U.S. president to face criminal charges and a criminal conviction. The courtroom was filled with a tense atmosphere as the nation awaited the judge's decision. Trump, appearing visibly somber, listened intently as the details of his sentence were read aloud. The prosecution, led by Joshua Steinglass, had presented a compelling case, arguing that Trump had orchestrated a scheme to silence adult film star Stormy Daniels and conceal potentially damaging information from voters. Trump's defense team, however, maintained his innocence throughout the proceedings, contending that the charges were politically motivated. The heart of the case against Trump centered around a series of hush money payments made to Stormy Daniels in the weeks leading up to the 2016 election. Prosecutors argued that these payments, totaling $130,000, were intended to prevent Daniels from going public with allegations of an extramarital affair with Trump. The payments themselves were not illegal. However, the prosecution successfully convinced the jury that Trump had falsified business records to conceal the true nature of these transactions, characterizing them as legal expenses rather than hush money. This deliberate misrepresentation of financial records, the prosecution argued, constituted a felony offense. The defense team countered that Trump had relied on the advice of his then lawyer, Michael Cohen, and was unaware of any wrongdoing. They maintained that the prosecution had failed to prove Trump's intent to defraud, a key element of the charges against him. Despite their vigorous defense, the jury ultimately sided with the prosecution, finding Trump guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records. In a surprising turn of events, despite the guilty verdict, Judge Merchan sentenced Trump to an unconditional discharge. This means that Trump will not face any jail time, fines, or probation. This decision, while unexpected, was largely attributed to the unique circumstances surrounding the case. With Trump set to be inaugurated as President of the United States in just 10 days, Judge Merchan acknowledged the logistical and constitutional complexities of imprisoning a sitting president. In his statement, Judge Merchan emphasized that his decision should not be interpreted as minimizing the severity of Trump's actions. He acknowledged the prosecution's concerns about Trump's repeated attacks on the judicial system, characterizing them as attempts to undermine the rule of law. However, he ultimately concluded that the potential disruption to the country's political transition outweighed the need for a custodial sentence in this particular case. The sentencing of Donald Trump in the hush money case will undoubtedly have far-reaching implications for American politics and the relationship between the executive branch and the judicial system. This unprecedented event has ignited fierce debates about accountability, the rule of law, and the limits of presidential power. Trump's supporters have denounced the case as a politically motivated witch hunt, while his detractors argue that it demonstrates that no one, not even the president, is above the law. The case also raises important questions about the role of money in politics and the potential for campaign finance violations to influence election outcomes. As the nation grapples with these complex issues, one thing remains certain: the Trump hush money case will continue to shape the political landscape for years to come.